Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's head outside and take a look outside our weather window. And not a bad day today as we look down on Ephrata, our friends in Grant County. And you can see a few fair weather clouds in the sky today. Some high clouds above those as well, but plenty of blue sky too, and a lot less wind than we had yesterday, although you can see the cables moving just a little bit over in Ephrata. So we did have some wind over in Grant County today, but the good news is we are on a warm up. 54 tomorrow. I think we might do better than that. I think we might do better than 56 on Friday too, but boy, this weekend, I think around 60 Saturday and 62 the high temperature on Sunday. And we'll have your complete north central Washington weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. East Wenatchee police are on the lookout for a suspect in a reported domestic violence attack that took place late last month. A Wenatchee man is suspected of carrying 2 pounds of methamphetamine when he was stopped by East Wenatchee police last Thursday. And a court officer in Douglas County says accused murderer Dalton Scott Potter may not represent himself at trial. But first, our top story tonight, a 76-year-old Ephrata man was found dead yesterday in an irrigation canal south of the city. Marjan Bosnar was pronounced dead at the scene. His body was discovered about 4 p.m. in the Columbia Basin Project West Canal that delivers water from the Grand Coulee Dam reservoirs near the area of Road 11.7 Northwest. Deputies say there's no indication of how or why Bosnar ended up in the canal, but no obvious signs of foul play. An autopsy has been scheduled to help determine cause and manner of death. East Wenatchee police are on the lookout for a suspect in a reported domestic violence attack that took place late last month. Trenton M. Jackson is 21 years old, about 6 feet 1 inches tall and 175 pounds. Police say Jackson is suspected of committing an assault in the 900 block of 3rd Street Northeast on March 27th, in which he strangled the alleged victim. He was last seen fleeing in a burgundy Ford Fusion with dealer license plates. Jackson is already facing previous charges in Chelan County of 4th-degree assault and violating a protective order. East Wenatchee investigators say they may seek charges including 1st-degree robbery and 2nd-degree assault. A Wenatchee man is suspected of carrying 2 pounds of methamphetamine when he was stopped by East Wenatchee police last week. 38-year-old Charles Clayton Griffith was allegedly driving slowly on Rock Island Road just before 8 a.m. and failed to signal a turn. When that drew the attention of an East Wenatchee patrol officer, Griffith allegedly admitted to being wanted on a warrant. Police say he was carrying about 2 pounds of suspected meth plus about $1,300 in cash inside the vehicle. Griffith remains jailed on his prior warrant while Douglas County prosecutors consider possible new charges. Well, a court officer in Douglas County says accused murderer Dalton Scott Potter may not represent himself at the trial. The 28-year-old suspect is sought to dismiss his court-appointed attorney and act as his own lawyer when he goes to trial in the murder of Alyssa Ann Longwell, who Potter allegedly gunned down in January as the two drove along Badger Mountain Road. Court Commissioner Phil Safar on Tuesday turned down Potter's efforts to represent himself and ordered public defender Jesse Collins to continue as his lawyer. Potter is facing 13 felony charges in Longwell's murder, including 2 counts of attempted murder for allegedly opening fire on witnesses to that crime. Well, when we come back, it was an eventful meeting at the Wenatchee School Board last night with the new superintendent approved to lead the district and a longtime board member saying she won't run for re-election. The Grant County Sheriff's Office has welcomed a peer support dog named Nitro to their team. And the city of Wenatchee will celebrate the opening of Kenzie's Landing next week. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
At Prestige Senior Living, we celebrate life at every age. From our cognitive and fall reduction programs to our focus on life enrichment and wellness, we help our residents maintain independence while nurturing mind, body, and spirit. Residents also enjoy a wide variety of amenities and services, including restaurant quality dining, housekeeping, a full calendar of events, and so much more. To learn more or to schedule a tour, visit us at prestigecare.com or call the number on your screen. We can't wait to show you around.
Water is essential to living. From clean drinking water for good health to clean water for your pool or spa. Central Washington Water, your water experts. With whole home water filtration systems for your home's best water. Products and supplies to keep your pool and spa water crystal clear. To a full parts department. Count on Central Washington Water for expert help. Shop screen to screen. Come in or call about a backyard consultation. Central Washington Water, your water care professionals.
Welcome back. In another news, it was an eventful meeting of the Wenatchee School Board last night with the new superintendent approved to lead the district and a longtime board member saying she won't run for re-election. Laura Jakes will step aside when her term ends this year. Meanwhile, the board agreed to a 2-year interim contract with new superintendent Corey Callahar with a $220,000 annual salary.
What's much more important than the simple legal words in the contract is the mindset with which the board and the superintendent work together. It is absolutely critical that the two sides of the team support each other, express confidence in each other. Interim is when you're going for a specific destination that's predetermined and defined. We have a contract which can be long-term. We need to work for achieving long-term performance, and that is our responsibility.
Next month, it will have been 20 years since I was appointed to the board of the Wenatchee School District, and I have been honored to serve for that time. I matched the longevity record of my friend Karen Norland, and by the time my term is over, I will have surpassed her. So that was super important to me. But my mantra has always been to keep the students at the forefront of decision-making. And I feel I have held fast to that commitment during my 20 years. There's been lots of great things that have happened over that time and some struggles too, but overall it's been a fantastic experience. I will always be an ardent supporter of public education, regardless of whether I serve on the board or I do not. But with filing week upcoming in May, filing week begins on May 15th. So if there are any folks who are thinking about running for the board, I want to give folks ample opportunity to consider whether or not they have interest in throwing their hats in the ring. The other piece is that in our section of the district, 3 of us currently in the board are on the same district. And the time is right for me to step away, to finish my term and to move on to some other things.
The Grant County Sheriff's Office has welcomed a peer support dog named Nitro to their team. Nitro, who recently completed his training, is not a patrol dog. Rather, he'll be providing employees and members of the public comfort and calm when dealing with high-stress emotions. Sheriff's Office employees are trained to take Nitro to make visits to the employees of the jail and other offices. The Sheriff's Office hopes to add another peer support dog in the future. Well, the city of Wenatchee will celebrate the opening of Kenzie's Landing next week. The city used $1 million in grant money to acquire the land that will provide a trailhead with other improved accessibility. Other amenities include paved parking, restrooms, a picnic shelter, and more. The 51 acres of land gives access to over 18 miles of existing trails in that area of the Wenatchee foothills. The ribbon cutting will be held next Friday, April 21st at 4 p.m. and it's located at 2300 Maiden Lane. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, from movie nights to yoga to garden gnomes, we will let you know what to expect this upcoming season at Omi Gardens. In weather, our cool weather will continue for the next couple of days before we see a nice warm-up this weekend. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Getting ready for the boating season is easy with the help of Bob File Boats and Motors. With marine technology changing fast, the service department stays up to date with the newest developments and factory certifications. They have what it takes to make boating fun and hassle-free for the season. Speaking of hassle-free, now's the time to get your boat ready for summer. Remember that starter that wouldn't start or trailer lights that didn't work? Don't be left on shore. Call Bob File's service department today and get ready for summer fun.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here. Oh. I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Omi Gardens is set to reopen this Saturday. Samantha Segaline, who became the director of Omi Gardens in January, sat down with the Chelan County Connection this week. In tonight's feature story, from movie nights to yoga to garden gnomes, Segaline shared what visitors can expect this upcoming season.
We have over 25,000 visitors annually who come to view the gardens. And that's through daily admissions, people who come for our events, and then people who attend weddings. We are a very attractive wedding venue. And we have 35 booked weddings this year, but last year we did a total of 85 events. We host movie nights because I grew up going to the drive-in and we don't have that anymore. So we have a 20-foot blow-up screen and we host movies in later July, August, and early September. There is Works Gym puts on a yoga in the gardens, and that is normally Wednesday nights through August. And then we also are continuing to do a comedy series that we started last year, and those will be on August 25th, September 15th, and September 29th. In 2014, there was a little boy who was leaving the gardens with his grandma, and he said, "Grandma, this garden was so boring." And I thought, oh no, we have to fix this. So I went out and at the approval of the administrator at the time, Mike Short, we started hiding gnomes and fairies throughout the garden. It's a game of I Spy, and you come in, you pick up a map, and you just kind of go around to the different sections of the gardens and see if you can spot the gnome or fairy hiding there. We do it from May through August, and then families who participated in 3 of the months can come back in September to hunt for our treasure chest. Omi is officially owned and operated by Chelan County. Chelan County took it over in 2008. The Omi family had it up until 1991. The Omi family really wanted it to remain open to the public and there for people to come and view because it is a nationally acclaimed garden. So in 1991, it was sold to the state for $660,000. It's priceless today.
Let's take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast now, and I hope you had a great Wednesday, a lot like yesterday, wasn't it? Less wind, at least here in the Wenatchee area, but we saw plenty of the breezy stuff around North Central Washington. Beautiful shot from our Tumwater Canyon up in the upper valley around Leavenworth. Yeah, it's moving around a little bit, so a little more wind up that way than what we had here in the Wenatchee area. 52, our unofficial high temperature today, and that's 9 degrees below where we should be. Our normal high right now is 61 degrees. What a day. Back in 2000, almost 80 degrees. That's our record high, 79 back in 2000. We started the day at 30 degrees, and if you look at our record low, it's only 3 degrees above that. So it was awfully chilly this morning. By the way, that was set in 1998, and our normal low is 40 degrees. Sunrise this morning, 6:18, and it sets tonight at 7:46. Taking a look at what we can expect as we get you into Thursday. I do think we will warm up about 2 degrees each day as we get into the upcoming weekend, and that means starting tomorrow, 56s for Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy, 54 in Ellensburg, and boy, nice from Wenatchee to Eniat and Chelan, 55 degrees, Omak, Okanagan, Tonasket area. You'll enjoy 55 tomorrow, and then just a little cooler, but not much. Leavenworth tomorrow at 53 degrees. All right, tonight we can expect mostly clear skies, and with those clear skies, that allows those temperatures to really get chilly. Low 30s for lows tonight, and you can see the clearing right over central Washington. As we make our way into Thursday, then we expect partly cloudy skies, a northwest breeze. Here's an area of high pressure and a start of a ridge that will slide over us as we get into the weekend. High temperatures tomorrow, as I mentioned, generally in those mid-50s. For Friday then, to end our work week, mostly sunny skies, and it will be warmer. We'll see highs on Friday in the mid to upper 50s. Lots of sunshine in eastern Washington. There's our next weather maker, but we're not going to worry about that until about Sunday afternoon or so. So enjoy Saturday. Boy, it looks nice. We will see a steady increase in clouds throughout the day. You can see our flow from the southwest and our frontal boundary, but that's bringing in some nice warm air as well. So mild for Saturday, high temperatures near 60 degrees. And then on Sunday, here comes that storm system. Moisture, especially in the afternoon. It will be cloudy throughout our day. High temperatures, though, will be really comfortable with highs in the low 60s on Sunday. And notice all the yellow on our map. That's 60-degree temperatures around the west. But then comes crashing down a little bit on Monday. We'll see cloudy skies, a 30% chance for showers once again on Monday. High temperatures will cool back then into the upper 50s. And as we get you into Tuesday, expect some more cooling, mostly cloudy skies, just some scattered showers as we get into Tuesday. You can see most of that snow in the Cascades, but boy, a huge area of low pressure off the coast. High temperatures by Tuesday will cool back into those mid-50s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. 33 overnight tonight, partly cloudy and 55, maybe a northwest breeze tomorrow as well. And then a couple of nice days right here, mostly sunny and warmer on Friday, 57. Increasing clouds throughout the day on Saturday and 60. And then a chance for showers both Sunday and Monday. Nice and mild on Sunday at 63 degrees. 59 near highs. We start off our next work week, and then by Tuesday, mostly cloudy with isolated showers. High temperature then 56. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. The Wenatchee Wild will have its hands full in a second-round playoff matchup with the Penticton Vees. The Vees only lost 4 times this entire BCHL regular season and was undefeated at home. In fact, Penticton outscored its opponents by an average of nearly 8-2 at the South Okanagan Event Center this year. Austin Drade says the task for Wenatchee is a tough one.
One of the things to note is it's a 37-game home winning streak for the Penticton Vees, and the Wild will not move on without ending that streak at some point, at least once. Have to defend home ice. You always have to defend home ice. But the Wild is a lower-seeded team. You're going to have to knock out that winning streak at home at least once in order to move on.
Penticton advanced to the conference semifinals by sweeping 4 games from Trail, while Wenatchee took down Cranbrook in 6 games. Drade believes the Wild special teams will play a big factor in the series with the Vees.
And the way the guys are blocking shots right now, the penalty kill has been outstanding, which is going to be very important against a team that was well above 30% on the power play during the season. This Wild team, I think they're well positioned to make a run at Penticton. But they've got to be firing on all cylinders to get it done.
Wenatchee and Penticton meet north of the border for the first 2 games of the best-of-7 series, Friday and Saturday at 7 o'clock. Well, the Seattle Kraken's 5-game win streak came to an end in Vegas last night. Vegas got out to an early lead and went on for a 4-1 win in NHL play. It was the Golden Knights' 50th win of the season.
Matteo on the wall. Carlson through center. Cuts it in the middle. Carlson still has it. Feeds it. Smith with score! Great work by Carlson to Smith to Amadio. Out down low, Stevenson feeds it to Barbashev and a save to Cord. Bjorkstrand charging in on Hutton, driving wide around the net, feeds it in front, right through Gord and right to Riley Smith. Pulls up and lost the puck. Bjorkstrand quickly the other way. Gord walking in, scores. Kraken take advantage of a turnover. And Yanni Gord has tied the game. Morgan out top, pressured by Carlson. He'll feed it for Amadio, and now here's Smith into the offensive end. Driving wide on Alexiak. Centered and score! Amadio making a piece of that in front. 50 seconds to go on this power play for Vegas. Hutton around the Kessel. Couple of steps in, down low, Barbashev to Carlson. Save made by DeCord, and Smith couldn't quite control the rebound. Wenberg up ice. Schwartz broken up by the back check of Amadio. Carlson to Amadio with Haig coming on the rush. Back to Amadio for a hat trick. Save the core and rebound score. It's Riley Smith on the doorstep. 5-on-3 goal for the Golden Knights this year came against the Rangers December the 7th. Petrangelo lets it rip. Marchessault scores. Jonathan Marchessault buries it. He'll feed to the round, and the Golden Knights reach 50 wins for the second time in team history, along with 109 points.
Coach Dave Hackstall says playing their 3rd game in 4 days and on back-to-back nights showed that the energy level was missing.
You know, we're not happy with the result. Not a lot of energy tonight. We had a good burst. Last probably 15, 16 minutes of the first period, but just couldn't find any energy in the second and third. They played well. They were on top of us, didn't give us a lot of time and space. And you know, when you're a half step slow and not a ton of energy, it was a tough night for us to generate anything with the puck.
Seattle wraps up the regular season Thursday at home against Vegas. That game at 7:30. It'll be on ESPN. Well, the Mariners had an early 7-0 lead over Chicago, but the Cubs staged an incredible comeback to beat Seattle in a slugfest. 14-9 the final. Things looked good early for the M's as Eugenio Suarez hit his first homer of the season, but Chicago jumped all over Chris Flexen for an 8th spot in the 3rd.
Eugenio Suarez, he's got big-time power. He has not hit a homer this year. Bellinger quickly angles back on the track. The wind carries it into the basket. It's a home run. It popped out. It counts. And Eugenio Suarez rides the jet stream right out of Wrigley. It's a 2-0 Mariners lead. 3 batters into the ball game.
Velasquez smoked the ball his first time up. If he gets into one, this place will be nuts.
3-1. In the air. Left field. And the Cubs lead. Oh, baby.
Nelson Velasquez continues his hot swinging from AAA to the majors. It's 8-7 Cubs.
Wow. Here is Jared Kelnick. The pitch swung on and a fly ball into deep left center field. Going and goodbye baseball. Jared Kelnick goes deep the other way. It's a one-run ball game. It's now the Chicago Cubs 9 and the Mariners 8. For Kelnick, his second home run of the season. Last night was way out to right field.
Rucker, Alzolay, Leiter, and now Merriweather.
On the ground, softly hit, Wisdom on the move. And a great stretch at first, Mancini. Ball game. Cubs win. And what a win it is. Down 7-0. They come all the way back and win 14-9.
Yeah, not such a good start for the Mariners. Manager Scott Servais says a crazy game, a momentum swing early that Seattle just couldn't match.
Flex didn't have it as far as, staying after it on the attack. He got behind in some counts, he made some mistakes, and, the game flipped on us there in a hurry. So, these games happen here once in a while. But like I said, it's 7-0 early in the ball game. You feel pretty good about where you're at. We just did not pitch well at all. We didn't control the count tonight. We fell behind. We made mistakes, and they hit some homers. And the momentum of the game was really crazy. We had it all early. They jumped on right after that, and it was hard to get back on top of it again.
We'll tune in tomorrow morning. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll have the highlights of the game today, final of that 3-game series. Well, most of the schools in North Central Washington are back from spring break, and it was a busy day in sports yesterday. In prep baseball, Michael Singleton drove in 6 runs to lead Eastmont over Davis 9-4. Eisenhower erased a 6-2 deficit to come back to beat Wenatchee 7-6 for their first win of the season. Tri-Cities Prep had no trouble with Ephrata beating the Tigers 16-2. Moses Lake Christian and Cascade split a doubleheader with the Lions winning the opener 13-8. The Kodiaks took the nightcap 7-5. Tedasket tripped Okanagan 11-4. Brewster beat Liberty Bell 9-3. Riverside Christian popped Pateros 17-4. A couple of CTL games had to be moved from yesterday to today because of a lack of umpires. Cashmere playing at Quincy, Omak hosting Chelan. Waterville Mansfield's hosting Bridgeport. Pateros heads up Highway 97, 7 miles to play at Brewster. Wenatchee beat Eisenhower in Big 9 softball yesterday at Walla Walla Point Park 15-2. Eastmont split its non-league doubleheader with Chiawana at Sterling, winning the opener 12-8 but dropping the nightcap by a final of 10-3. Ephrata swept Sela 3-2, 16-3. Quincy got by Cashmere. Omak clobbered Chelan. Okanagan topped Tedasket. Liberty Bell banged Brewster. You can find out more on our website at NCWLIFE.com. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. On the Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, we're back at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval with Jeremy Anders, the general manager. And who's your friend here?
That's my daughter, Ashley. Yeah.
You're pretty. You're a lot better looking than your dad. You like racing?
Well, I sometimes race, well, I used to, but I raced Matthew's quarter minute sometimes.
Okay. Hey, way to go. I heard you guys have an indoor swimming pool now in your basement. Can I come over and swim? Jeremy and his lovely daughter on tomorrow's edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night. News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCW Life channel.
Hello, television family. Grab your cup of coffee each weekday morning and join me. I'm Dan Kuntz, the host of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's everything you need to start your day. We're live and we're local at 7 a.m. every weekday on the NCW Life.